Super Bowl 56. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Niners and the Broncos coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gordon alongside my good friend Charles Davis and CD the Broncos. Quite a circuitous route to get to the Super Bowl. They were winners of Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara, you remember. Didn't make the playoffs the next 5 years, going a combined 32 and 48. But now here they are back in the big one.
It's hard to hear that 32 and 48 record that you just cited, because we're used to Denver being one of the elite franchises in the NFL. This is their 9th appearance in the big game. Only the Patriots have appeared more, and they have won it 3 times. Twice with John Elway as their quarterback in the late 90s, and then, as you mentioned, Super Bowl 50 when John Elway was their general manager.
Meanwhile, the 49ers are back in the Super Bowl for the 8th time in franchise history. One of the more successful teams, no doubt, in the Super Bowl era. They look to claim their 6th title, Charles, which would tie them with the Patriots and Steelers for most ever.
And they are so used to being successful. They expect it. And remember, they were in this game just 2 seasons ago. That was Super Bowl 54 down in Miami. Had a 10-point lead in the 4th quarter, but watched it slip away. They'd love nothing more than to erase those memories and add a 6th trophy to their case back in San Francisco.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
On first down, it's Craig. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down now, it's Craig, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher, 3rd down and 9.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now Montana. He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one, 36 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there, and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field, because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Montana. They'll find his man. That's Tanner again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Montana's throw complete there to Rice. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know He's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On second down, it's Craig. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. He finds his man, complete. That's Craig. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The 49ers are going to turn over the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Gold is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Little, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They fake the give. Now Elway. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there for Denver. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll run it here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. To throw is Elway. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand. And a really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. This time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker try on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll go in for 6. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the boots right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Craig. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He finds his man, complete. That's Craig. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play fake. Now here's Montana. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Shotgun, here's Montana. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing now, Elway on 1st down. Quick completion here to Johnson. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should ought to have a few men in the box there.
On first down, Elway. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL than just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
On second down now, it's Little. And his first carry, he loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Yeah, baby.
After reviewing play, going on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Elway. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. The drive there, only spanning 3 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. He's going to look deep down the field. That nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's 2nd and 10. They will look to throw. Montana to the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Montana, he sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Montana. That'll be caught by Rice. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Joe Montana here going to the air on first down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 40. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that would pretty much seal the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? Remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Mostert now to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Wide open, that's Clark. They lost him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Second and 10. Here's Montana to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Rice. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. To throw is Montana. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Niners in that